Hey you guys, this is Saif. How's it going? I'm sorry if you hear the cars behind me and everything. I'm like walking on campus, so I don't know. I was actually motivated by Salam. How the fuck do you hold? Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm holding it properly now. How the fuck can you actually hold it this way this entire time? Salam, wallah, mashallah. Anyways, I was motivated to do this from Salam, so I was like, you know what, I usually do my walks. I actually usually like run a lot during the weekends or walk a lot during the weekends. So I was like, you know, it's Thursday, it's 20th of October at the moment. I actually want to go for a walk. And yeah, while I'm walking, I usually like to think and talk about things. Like in my head, if I see people around me, then people that I know and they go on a walk with me, then we usually talk about things. But yeah, I'm sorry if the lighting's too dark, by the way. I'm gonna reach the light sooner or later. But yeah, I don't know. I usually like talking about things or thinking about things. And I don't know, I'm just like thinking now, you know, it's like crazy that... Oh, there we go, a car just passed. Yeah, I'm just like surprised, you know, I'm like amazed, like shit, you know, in 2 years time, like a year from now, technically, we'll all be graduating, inshallah. Like a bunch of us, a lot of us actually. Like there are so many people graduating this year, and then you have so many people graduating next year, and you have people who are still, you know, finding their path in life, I guess. And it's just amazing. It's like, shit, man, you know, we're actually really blessed to have this opportunity without kind of realizing it. Like we complain a lot about what we're doing, but technically we're so blessed to actually have this opportunity to actually go to uni and to go hustle and to actually go somewhere in life, I guess. Wait, let me just cross the street. Rip my campus, I swear. I'm like going in some weird direction which I don't usually go through. Okay, anyways, yay, light. Okay, great. So yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, this is amazing. I was like thinking just about a lot of things, like how fast it is, like how we're actually growing up so fast without realizing. Like, you know, I'm still fucking playing Doofus still this fucking day, and I'm nearly 21, yani, inshallah, next month. And it's like, shit, you know, I'm still chilling on Doofus. And you know, when I say I'm playing Doofus, I swear to God, I don't actually play. Like, there's such a deep meaning behind actually playing Doofus, which I don't talk to you guys about. Like, usually when I say I'm playing Doofus, what I do is I get on and I talk to people. And like, the people I usually talk to are people I've known since year 5. Like, they're that close to me, yani, boys and girls, you know, not just, oh, guys or whatever. Like, they're just really good friends of mine, you know, like to the point where they're actually so good, to the point where I'm like willing to meet them in real life if I actually ever get an opportunity to do so in real life, because it's that, you know, they're that meaningful to me. Holy shit, a fucking tree. Sorry. There's so many fucking obstacles, so I don't know, I'm just like dunking and fuck, so much. That lighting though, where are the fucking lights at? Yeah, it's like super late. It's like nearly 9:15 p.m. or 9:30, so it's pretty dark outside. Humid, still very humid. But I think next month it'll start cooling down a bit. Yani, we're in October. Usually November, January, December. Well, yeah, January, November, December. Usually that period's like pretty cold. February as well. So yeah, it's chill. What the fuck is that building? I've never seen that building before. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's like I'm just shocked, you know, like a bunch of the people I even knew from Doofus, like since year fucking 5, like literally when I say year 5, I'm talking about literally meaning these people as long as I've known Gihan for. It's that long. Like literally, I met Gihan in year 5 as well, like in Miss Gardner's class. I remember like coming into class, and when I came into class, I like just sat in a random desk, and the guy who was sitting right beside me was Sultan Al Bin Ali, the guy who's a fucking helicopter pilot right now, which is like, you know. And I remember like the first day or some shit, we had to like draw something. And I remember, wallah, the first day, I remember I didn't have an eraser or something. So I was like, Sultan, can I use your eraser or some shit? Or I didn't even know his name. I was like, oh, can I use your eraser? And he just threw it at me. So it's like, shit, man, you know. It's fucking crazy. Like, you know, it was all the way back in year 5, but you still have these memories engraved in your head and shit, and you still think about them every now and then. So it's like great, to be honest. GG fucking security guard staring at me. So it's very interesting. BRB. Sorry, I'm back. There was a fucking security guard just walking towards me. I was like, fuck, this is too awkward. I have to pause it. I thought he wanted to ask me something. He was just staring at me. Maybe he was like just confused as to why I'm talking to my phone. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, like, man, there are way too many cars. I'm gonna go to a place where barely any cars are there. But yeah, as I was saying, it's like fucking amazing how yeah, you still remember these things, like they happened in year 5 or whatever, and it's like shit, you know. And you know, you actually want to know something as well. I remember things from year 2. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but yani, I knew Said before he even fucking came to QIS. I swear to God. Like, our families used to actually know each other hatta before QIS, you know. Like, me and Said were basically in the same school called American Academy. We were there for a really long time, and yeah, after American Academy I stayed there till like year 4, and then after year 4 I went back to I went to QIS, and I stayed there until I graduated eventually. But it was funny because like I was in QIS for such a long time, and then after being in class for such a long time, this random guy, Said, comes out of nowhere and he's like, oh shit, do you remember me? I'm the guy who used to come to your house and we used to play with your dogs. And I'm like, fuck, I do remember you. Fuck, I do recognize you. Shit, man, this football pitch though, oh, it's fucking beautiful. If only I actually knew how to play football. Wait, let me show you guys. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, it's like a massive green football pitch. Fucking beautiful. Allah, but it's funny. It's funny where life takes you, and I don't know, like you just think about all these things once in a while. You know, you're either sleeping in bed, just chilling in bed, and you're just randomly thinking about it, or you're having a walk and you're just randomly thinking about it, and you're like, shit, where am I in life at the moment? You know. It's interesting. But yeah, like when Said came, he was like, oh shit, Saif, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah, I do remember you. And then he was like, oh, I'm Said and everything. And he's like, I used to play with you all the time. I even gave you a gift in year 2. Do you remember that? I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. And I remember my parents meeting his parents and shit. And it's so funny, after like we met in QIS, like our parents got in touch again. And we actually went to Said's house and stuff. It was great. It was really, really great. Ah, man, wallah, mashallah. Good times, akhi, wallah, good times. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, life, akhi. It takes you to places, I swear. Like, it's funny the routes that people take and like the decisions people make. Like, a lot of people are backing out of decisions they initially made. Like, let me see, like 2 people that come to mind right now are Abdul and Muhammad Al-Udayba, like just in my brain. And like, they're not backing out because they're bad at what they're doing. They're backing out because they feel more like reluctant to actually follow something else, which I feel like is a good thing, you know. They're wasting a lot of years from their life. Like I was talking to actually Muhammad Al-Udayba like 2 days ago on Steam, and I was like, yo man, how's uni? He's like, you didn't know I left uni? I'm like, what? I'm like, you left uni? He's like, yeah, I left uni. I haven't been in uni for a really long time. I'm like, how come? And then he's like, oh, I haven't been in uni because I'm gonna become a doctor. I'm gonna go to a course in America now. And I'm like, holy shit, seriously? Like, this is a guy who was in his 3rd fucking year of chemical engineering. Like, literally, he was about to finish it. And like, imagine, as soon as he was like so close to finishing it, like I think he had 2 years left or whatever, he backs out of it, which I found so impressive, you know, like the way he actually managed to fucking convince his parents, you know, after spending 4 entire years, because basically he did foundation, did first year, second year he repeated it, so that's 4 years literally, and yeah, he didn't really start 3rd year. So he spent 4 years in uni, and after those 4 years in uni, he was like to his parents, I don't want to be a chemical engineer. And he managed to convince them, and his parents were completely okay with it. They were like, yeah, sure, just go follow whatever you like. And now look, he's gonna start a course in America. And I was like, how long is it gonna take? He's like, it's gonna take 5 years. But he was like, you know, those 5 years are gonna mean a lot to me, because he'll be doing something he's actually enjoying and shit. Which I was actually really proud of, like, because I knew that guy. I knew how much he wanted to become a doctor, and like every time I used to talk to him on Skype or Discord, you know, like I could tell that he wasn't happy with chemical engineering. So it's funny where life takes you. And like another example, Abdul Akhi, I don't know, he was like all over the place at one point, but now, like, I don't know, recently seeing his photos on Facebook and whatever, he takes pride in what he's doing. You can see so many photos of him and Qatar Airways, so you can easily tell that he's actually enjoying what's going on in his life right now. Like, you can easily tell he's happy, which is important. Wallah, without happiness, I feel like you can't do shit all in life. So it's great, it's really, really great to actually have an opportunity to actually be happy and just be who you are by actually doing the degree you want to do. Like, I come to think of it sometimes, like, imagine if all of us actually went and did the degrees we wanted to do. Like, if my parents were actually okay with me following like a path in like either something to do with computers, like computer science, that sort of stuff, or maybe even movie making in some way or another, or like if Gihan's parents kind of let him to do that same sort of shit. I don't know, I'm not too sure about Gihan, but I know for a fact he's not into fucking mechanical engineering. I know that for sure. And he knows I'm not into civil engineering as well, so that's for sure. We know each other way too long. Like, we've known each other for way too long to know that the degrees we're doing right now and the majors we're going for aren't really the right majors, you know. But at the same time, it's like a bit too late now. And even though we're too deep into our degrees at the moment, it doesn't define who we are as a person, I guess. Like, there's always a master's degree at the end of the day. You can always do your master's in another country, do it in a completely unrelated field if you really want to. Like, at the end of the day, you're your own boss, you know. Like, you really only need to hustle for your undergraduate degree. After that, your master's degree is piss easy. It's literally a year or 2 years of your life, and it'll be the best year or 2 years of your life because you'll have so much free time on your hands. And best year or 2 years in your life in a sense that you'll actually be doing something you enjoy as well, you know. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna be doing something at uni that I'm not really into for a year or two of my life. Because if you're gonna do that when you're killing yourself, you know, you're killing yourself. Like, I can understand parents kind of guiding their children now into engineering and shit because they feel like, oh, engineering, it's a bit, you know, they'll easily find a job with engineering, like civil engineering or mechanical engineering. Because, for example, civil engineering, you'll always need bridges, you'll always need buildings, you'll always need traffic, route assignment in traffic, you'll always know how to manage cities with civil engineering, so it's super important. Mechanical engineering, you need to know how to make engines, how to make engines for planes, cars, all that sort of stuff. That's super important because without those, how the fuck are we meant to take ourselves from one place to another? It's really important. So yeah, man, it's amazing. I don't know. It's like I feel like, okay, I take pride in what I'm doing, but at the same time I'm not really interested in what I'm doing. So it's like one of those things, you know. Fuck Sanam, I don't know how you hold the fucking phone for this long every now and then. How long have I been vlogging for? Nearly 14 minutes. Okay, that explains. But yeah, it's just one of those things in my head, yakhi. Like when I talk to my UK friends and shit, and I ask them, oh, what are you guys doing? Like, they usually tell me something super fancy. They're like, oh, I'm studying movie making at uni, or let me see, I'm studying event management at uni, or hotel management at uni. Like, you know, whenever I ask them, they're always doing something they're really enjoying to do, like something they enjoy doing. But I feel like when it comes to Arab society, especially in this region, your parents have a really massive influence on you and the decisions you actually want to take for the rest of your life. Let me just cross the road because I'm on a fucking roundabout. Sorry, I'm like walking all over the place and like the camera's probably shaky as shit. But yeah, yay, campus is massive, man. Well, it's actually really nice to walk during the night. Like, you get a bit of energy from just walking instead of fucking sleeping 2 hours early for no reason and losing energy that way. But yeah, life. It's fucking interesting. I want to see where all of us are going to be in a couple of years from now. You know, that's what I'm waiting for. Whoops, sorry. I think my thingy closed because I ran out of storage. Anyways, I have like 5 more minutes. I can see it already. There's a fucking timer now. Anyways, I have 5 minutes, so I'll talk for 5 minutes about whatever's in my head, and I'll keep the storage this way so that next time if I do decide to do a vlog, it'll be a 20-minute vlog where I just talk about things, like probably next Thursday or some shit, because next Thursday, inshallah, I won't have exams. But yeah, anyways, what I was basically talking about is like taking pride in your work, and like I'm just interested to see where we're gonna be in like a couple of years from now. You know, it's really interesting, and which countries we're gonna go to, what sort of jobs we're gonna be applying to, what sort of girls we're gonna be after, what sort of relationship statuses are going to occur. Hey man, we've grown up. I swear, we've grown up a lot. Like it hits you fucking deep. You know, we're not 14-year-old Saif, Gihan, Salam Worker anymore, you know. We're 21-year-old Saif and Gihan, and like, I think Ikra's 21 years old as well, 21-year-old Ikra as well, and like 20-year-old Salam. Hey man, and like, when you think about that, it's like, shit, you know, we've grown up a lot, hatta. And it's time to actually start thinking for ourselves. It's time to actually make our own decisions in life. And yeah, man, it's like shit, you know. Like just 2 years left for a lot of us, or 1 year left, hatta. And then after that, you're gonna go see what you're gonna do with the rest of your life. Man, I always actually I have like 3 minutes, so I'll just talk about this quickly. Man, I always find it interesting, like how people actually meet their wives or whatever. Because like, I don't know if you've noticed, but yani, for example, my parents, when I ask my parents, oh, how did you guys meet each other and how did you get married? Like, there's always a funny story to it, or like a story that's very unexpected to it, as to how they met and how they eventually got married and shit. And every time I listen to it, I'm like, shit, you know, this is very similar to a lot of the stories that you can hear worldwide, like in regards to relationships and shit. Like, it's very relatable. So it's funny, you know, I always feel like, ooh, there's lighting there, let me go there. I always find it interesting, like, I always think to myself, like, shit, you know, we might meet our loved one or something by chance, which is, I'm actually a really big believer of, because I feel like if you actually meet a person by chance, it's kind of still meant to happen in a way. I don't know if it makes sense. But I feel like if you're the person who's going around seeking love, or what madrishano, okay? If you're the person who's seeking love, or you're the person who's seeking something in a relationship, like, you know, you may find it initially in a person, but I don't think you'll find it with that person for the rest of your life, you know? Like, it's hard to explain, but what I mean is, like, you might initially see that a person is, I don't know, a really good person initially, okay, but later on in life you might find out that they're really bad, like in terms of treatment, in terms of everything, you know. But I feel like if you actually let things just flow naturally, I feel like even though you're it's hard to explain, but I feel like if you actually meet a person naturally, you'll kind of blend in with them, flow with them over the years, over the next couple of months. Like, you fuck arranged marriages and those sort of things. Like, those things are literally the fucking worst, because literally your parents are like, oh, go marry this person seems good, and you have no fucking clue who they are, and your parents at the same time don't even know you as a person, you know. They don't know you that well, man. You know yourself better than they do, you know. As much as they're your parents, they should give you your fucking privacy. I can see I have like a minute left, so I don't know, I'll just quickly summarize. I guess what I want to say is be who you are, and if you actually want to seek something, let it happen naturally. That's what I feel like. I don't want to brag or something, but يعني wallah, all of the girls I've met in my life, it wasn't because I went up to them and I started talking to them or whatever. Man, it just happened naturally. And like, trust me, when things happen naturally over the years, you end up talking to them so much, you end up having like a really good chemistry with them, I swear. Over, you know, just being friends, hatta. Like, it doesn't have to be fucking boyfriend, girlfriend, love shit, you know? It just happens naturally and you end up enjoying talking to them. And like, even when you talk to them, you're just happy and you guys are so open to each other. You end up talking about the most random shit. Anyways, I am fucking out of breath. I have like 10 seconds left, so I'm gonna hop off. I'll show you a quick view. Okay, bye guys, have fun.